All right, so here we find ourselves again late at night working on our no frills Nash. That's right, it's a 1954, 53 or 54, I forget. They're pretty much the same. Nash air flight. And I wanted to show a few things here. I got the grill off, and surprise, surprise, I suspected that this was the original color of the car. It's kind of a bean green, very common Nash color of its era. The whole car was painted this lighter green, and I thought maybe it was something special, but my hopes are dashed once again. You can see it's definitely the darker green. And just because the engine compartment was the lighter green, and the lighter green throughout the car, somebody did a fairly good job of painting it, or I should say complete overall job. Anyhow, what I wanted to talk about was welding some rust holes. Now obviously if you've got a big huge rusted out panel, it's best to just weld in a new panel. There was a bunch of leaves stuck behind this valance here, and of course leaves stay wet and it rusted through, so there was a few pinholes that I wanted to fix, and I wanted to just go through how I do that. I'm not a big filler guy. If there's a way I can fix a panel or fill a panel with metal welds, I'd much rather do that. So what you try to do, I'm just going to run through the basics, is you need to get your ground as close to, well, let me back up. First of all, you got to wear protective gear. So you need some gloves, you need a welding mask, you need a welder, and you need a place to work, like a lift is really, really nice. And then beyond that, you got to clean the area down. Ooh, that's hot. I just finished that. Bare metal, welds only work in bare metal. It's best if you have a MIG with gas, light compressed mixture of gas. What is this again? I forget. It's a mixture of gas. Argon and carbon, I'm not sure. But that's, well, let's find out. 75-25 mixed. And I'm not sure what the exact ingredients are, but it's a very common mixed gas. And when you're welding, you got your tip right here. What I like to do is set it to the absolute lowest setting. And with this one, it's on number 1 right here. And my wire speed is way down to about 15. So you don't burn through. And you kind of stitch it together. In other words, you make circles. You kind of tip your gun to the side a little bit, so you're not penetrating deep, just to the side. And once you can kind of get it started, you just kind of go in circles. You kind of cross around the hole, and pretty soon you can get a good puddle going, and you can fill the hole in. You want a nice puddle, is what I've found. And then I'll go back over these and grind them down smooth, and I might have to go back and weld them up again. But there's little holes all over a car that need attention like this. In this car, it doesn't have big panels, but for example, over here on the driver's door, there was a mirror at one point right here on this window threshold, and I'm going to paint the car. I want it to look nice. I'm going to fill those. Whenever you're near glass, you have to put a piece of metal protective shielding there, or you will pit the glass. And then in places like this on the hood, where it's kind of weak, I went and I welded that, and I put extra weld on there. I'll grind that down smooth. It's one prep thing that kind of gets forgotten when you get excited about painting a car, is you got to go fix a bunch of stuff. So I hope I didn't lose anybody in my translation there, but that's what I'm doing tonight, and I'm hoping to get some primer on this Nash. It's been a while, and we're getting into the latter part of summer, fall. I don't want the rain to rust my Nash. I don't want a rusty Nash. I want a nice Nash. So there we are. We're fixing our Nash late at night. I hope somebody out. Thanks for watching.